Earthwalker.
What's good with you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. But man, things are getting serious.
What happened this time?
World War III
Again?
is about to happen again.
Part 4.
Part
Part 4.
four.
They've been saying that since the first term of Trump.
It's crazy. Tell you, man, since Donald Trump has been in power, World War III has supposed to have started about 10 times.
10 times,
But
man.
one day it most probably will start. But, let's switch the screen and see what's happening. So, Walker, I'll leave that up to you there. Switch the screen.
Okay. Threats of war escalate in the Middle East as the U.S. military buildup continues. This graphic shows the recent buildup of U.S. air power in the Middle East. The Wall Street Journal reporting it's the largest in the region since the Iraq War in 2003.
Oh, that's big.
In Israel,
Massive.
the IDF Home Front Command has been directed to prepare for full-scale war.
Wow.
Iran is holding joint naval exercises with Russia and the Chinese. The regime is also calling on Hezbollah to join them in the event of a U.S. military strike.
That alone is big. And it just
Yes.
confirms what we talk about. You know when they talk about the axis of evil?
Yes.
And they say that's Russia, that's China, that's Iran, and then
Yes.
the weak one, North Korea, just shows up. Because Kim wants to be part of everything, wants to be important, right?
Mr. Wannabe.
Yeah, now they're talking about, joint exercise with Russia, China, and who already hate the U.S., obviously.
Yes.
They want to kill them, take over the world. But didn't Iran say that they're calling on Hezbollah to join?
Something like that.
So they're
That's
calling
what
on
they-
all the terrorists they
Yes.
sponsored and supported and say, all right, now you need to return the favor. Come help us. The U.S. is coming. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's actually, something, they've lost me. They're like gang leaders. That, be my friend. If you come, your enemy is oh my days. It's just driving me mad. Let's continue watching Earthwalker because this one could be serious this time.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Reasons and arguments that one could make for a strike against Iran.
U.S. military officials say they're ready to strike as early as Saturday.
What?
Leavitt reiterated
weekend?
that little progress was made during Wednesday's nuclear talks.
Diplomacy is always his first option, and Iran would be very wise to make a deal with President Trump and with this administration.
They're not
Secretary
wise.
of War Pete Hegseth told CBN News the decision to strike Iran lies with President Trump.
Should they not follow through on commitments, should they not be willing to make a deal, the president has an option. The only one that will make this decision, well, two people will make this decision. The Iranians could step up and make a real deal, and then ultimately President Trump will decide whether or not it's a deal that's good enough for the American people.
Middle East political analyst Esther Braun says
America first.
any deal with Iran should come with reservation.
There it is.
Braun recently
Ayatollahs.
wrote this Times of Israel article
Was that the
titled
Ayatollah?
Built
Yeah.
to Deceive Why Iran Can't Make a Real Deal, where she explains the Iranian Islamic tactic known as taqiyya.
Takia.
Oh, even I know about this taqiyya. I'm going to say
Really?
this right now. In Islam's religion,
Yes.
their God Allah has made I think it was 3 conditions where Muslims are allowed to lie to other people.
You're allowed to lie?
Yeah, you're allowed to lie.
So that's what's called a taqiyya.
Taqiyya is like the overall, you say, think of it like the umbrella to how the whole system
Yes.
kind of works, how they talk about shirk, how they talk about tafsir, whatever, right? But
Yes.
they are allowed to deceive what they will qualify as the enemy.
Okay.
So the truth is, and we get down to
Yes.
it, you can't trust Iran.
Yes.
And it sounds like hateful, but it's like, no, but if Muslims follow
Yes.
Islam and they
Yes.
do that, that means Muslims are allowed to lie, which means therefore you can't really trust the
Right.
Muslims at their word.
Yes, yes.
You
yes.
need it in writing. And even then,
It's great. I didn't know that. So imagine if we went to church and our pastor said, guys, you're allowed to lie. That's not going to work.
it's not going to work.
That's going to people say, what?
Deception. And who
Deception.
deceives? The devil deceives.
Yes. So I'm not sure God will be happy about that.
The real God.
Yes, well, that's what we're talking about.
Continue, Dare. Tell us about taqiyya.
The survival mechanism. The believer could conceal his faith, conceal his style of life to save his life, to save his property, to save his community.
Braun says
It's more
Western
than that.
diplomacy
Go on.
wants to resolve
We call that cowardice. It's coward. Don't hide who you are. If you're a Christian, say that you're a Christian. Stand on your faith. And that's why, if you read the Bible, there's many Christian martyrs. You know, I don't know if you can think of any. Well, that
Peter, James, Stephen.
That's right.
Stephen's one was definitely planned.
Yes.
But like, yeah, true. Like you stand on your faith, especially if you're in the West. But when you're in the East, use wisdom and rely on God, because you're in a place where if you do say your faith, you could get killed. So I want y'all to use wisdom in that regard. But don't be cowards, but work with wisdom.
Never deny your faith.
Never deny it. Yeah, no matter what they say, don't deny it.
Continue listening, people.
Iranian culture uses taqiyya to manage it.
It's not like they are lying because they have a purpose to lie. It's just the way
uses lies to manage it.
We see the whole process of negotiations.
While U.S. military officials say they're prepared to strike Iran as early as Saturday, President Trump is weighing his options.
So now we may have to take it a step further, or we may not. Maybe we're going to make a deal. You're going to be finding out over the next probably 10 days.
Where did he come from? He loves it. As I said earlier, since he's been in power, I think it's about 10 times World War III is going to start. He's been in Nigeria. Where has he been? Where has he been? He's been all over the place. Anywhere there's trouble, you know, Donald Trump is going to surface. And that's why you started laughing, isn't it?
Yeah, there's North Korea. There was like always the tug of war with China, Russia, and the Ukraine. Israel and Hamas.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, there's two things you could be sure of. Donald Trump will get involved in your business if your country is about to have a war, and taxes.
Journal reports that Trump is considering an initial attack on Iran, possibly within days, to force it to meet U.S. nuclear demands. The limited strike options include attacks on nuclear and ballistic missile facilities. If Iran still wouldn't go along, the U.S. could launch a broader military campaign in an effort to potentially overthrow the Islamic government. The journal also reports that there is...
I agree. Simply because some of these places, you have to literally show force.
Yes.
If it's just words, they're going to think you ain't about that action. You ain't about to do it. You know, you got to send that strike to show, yo, we are capable of doing this and we will do this. And Iran, people talk about the Iranian government, show mercy. What mercy? But they didn't show no mercy to the people, the protesters they've killed, the torture they've done, the persecution of Christians, and the funding of terrorists to kill people. You can't cry for mercy when you don't show no mercy. That's it.
Wide gap with negotiations. Iran is refusing to limit its ballistic missile program and has said that no country can deprive it of its right for nuclear enrichment.
Right.
And now is the time for Iran to join us on a path that will complete what we're doing. And if they join us, that'll be great. If they don't join us, that'll be...
He actually talks like a super villain. Now is the time. Look at that smirk. Now is the time for it.
He don't sound like he bothered at all.
I will never trust this guy. But let's hear what he has to say.
But it'll be a very different path.
If that path results in a full-scale war, a former U.S. Central Command deputy tells the Jerusalem Post the American military could dismantle Iran's power structure core within hours.
Easily!
Meanwhile, the European Union has formally added Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps to its terrorist list, as Iran warns in this letter to the UN that if attacked, all hostile bases and assets in the region would be considered legitimate targets. The USS Gerald R. Ford is equipped to counter Iranian strikes. The aircraft carrier is expected to be positioned off Israel's coast to protect Tel Aviv and Haifa.
We're prepared for any scenario. And one thing is certain, if the Ayatollahs make a mistake and attack us, they will face a response they can't even imagine.
And while there are preparations for war here in the Middle East...
That's the thing about the whole war thing, is that these guys have allies.
Yes, they do.
Let's break it down simply.
Yes.
Number one military might in the world is USA, and they've got a gap between them and number two. There's a gap between them. Because they have the most superior air force in the world.
Yes.
And out of all three, from infantry, navy, land, and air is the strongest thing.
That's the one.
They get from A to B so fast. With tanks, you got to get it across the ocean. So No. USA is number one. So if you're going to fight USA 1v1, Iran just gets destroyed. They get destroyed, they get blown up, and that's not including nukes. And then Iran's going to use this as an opportunity to attack allies of US and NATO. So you know they
Yes.
want to get rid of Israel.
Yes, yes.
But then Israel's also in the top 10 for military might.
yes.
So do you want to square up with USA and Israel? Because Israel would be very happy to destroy Iran right now.
Well, you see the stuff that he's done. He's not a very nice person. That the Israel Prime Minister. He won't look left nor right. You know what I mean? So this is serious, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. But
Iran's not going to back down.
they're not gonna back down.
They can't look weak. Like that's one thing about,
Yeah.
especially about Islam. You just can't show weakness.
Yeah.
But except they're not Russia. They're not Russia's level. So
No way.
they're not going to back now. They're going to be banking on everyone to help
Yes.
them. And this could very well easily become a proper war.
Yes.
But it can get shut down within hours. A
Yeah.
hypersonic missile will do that to you.
Well, I am telling you. Does Iran have nuclear weapons?
I'm going to say no.
I don't think they do.
I'm going to say no. I mean, if they had that, you know they would have got those Jews.
Yeah. They
You know,
would have sent them already.
They would have done something with the Jews a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't think they got it.
Yeah.
You know, Russia and China, they're different. So
Yes.
Iran, nah, bro. Iran, nah.
The President's Board of Peace held its first meeting in Washington. In the inaugural meeting, Trump pledged $17 billion toward the reconstruction of Gaza. The board's plan also included more than 30,000 international soldiers and police officers to replace
LMGs.
Israeli soldiers in Gaza, with Israel again saying it won't withdraw troops unless Hamas disarms.
That includes all its weapons, its terror infrastructure, underground tunnel network, and weapons production facilities must all be dismantled. There must be a fundamental de-radicalization process. The infrastructure that indoctrinates Palestinian children to hate and kill Jews in educational and religious institutes should no longer exist.
Paul Petit, CBN News, Jerusalem.
I'm joined now by our Middle East correspondent, Paul Petit.
Well, what have you got to say about that, Earthwalker? Are we going into World War III? What do you think?
I mean, this is different. I'm going to say, with the whole Russia-Ukraine thing, I was just like,
Yes.
I was like, nah. I can see some skirmishes and scuffles,
Yes.
but I don't think, again, you don't want to get into an all-out with USA.
Yes.
It's not glazing. They are the strongest without
Yes.
question. It's just,
Yes.
it is what it is, and they got the nukes too. But Iran is different. They are just, like, the government. There's a lot of lovely, innocent people in Iran, I'm sure, and we are to pray for those people as well, because
That's
they're people
right.
who've had enough of Islam,
Yes.
the Ayatollahs, the leaders and stuff. So
Yes.
when we talk about Iran, it's not all the people, every man, woman, and child. No.
Yes.
I mean, if you have wisdom, you know that. But like,
Yes.
the government themselves, they are evil.
Yes.
They're torturing, they're killing, they're making the people disappear when the rest of our police. Those women who were like walk around without the hijabs as a protest, and they got put into those, forced in those police cars. We've
Yes.
never seen them again.
Yeah, disappear.
Where do you think they are now?
Yeah, tortured or in
Evil.
a cell or something.
Supplying and funding terrorists and say, hey, all of y'all,
Yes.
kill Israel, kill these targets in America, kill this. They're not good people. They're not going to back down. And if they back down, they're gonna look so pathetic in the eyes of their followers and like Muslims and stuff.
Yes.
So it's like, if they push forward with this, they will die.
Yes.
If they back down, they just lost any kind of
Yes.
aura that they have.
Yes. Yes.
I think this is more likely of not even a world war, because it's between that group. Not a world war, but there definitely is
Yes.
gonna be some fireworks.
Once I hear what you're saying, but once those countries get involved, everyone picks a side,
Yes.
and that's what we don't want, because that then it will develop into a world war. And you said it earlier, it's not going to last very long.
No.
Maybe about 2 minutes when it comes to nuclear weapon. So, oh my days, Earthwalker, thank you for breaking that down for us. And as Christians, what do you think our view should be? What should we be praying for?
We should be praying that this gets solved
Yes.
without there being like
Bloodshed.
the bloodshed, I'll say,
Yes.
of innocent people. Because
Yes.
I know what you call it.
Yes.
Ecclesiastes. I call it Ecclesiastes. I don't say some people say Ecclesiastes, but whatever. Ecclesiastes 3 talks about a time for this, a time for that,
Yes.
a time for war, a time for life,
peace.
a time for death, plant,
Yeah.
root. That means there is a time where battle is needed. There are times where God has told Israel, yo, the Moabites right there, you gotta take them out. They're gonna kill you if you sell
Yes.
hair. And that's God directing this. So that means there are times when a war is actually needed. So
Yes.
as much as I do not like any bloodshed, I don't like
Yes.
wars because innocents always get hurt. So
Yes.
that's why we always gotta pray for the regular civilians, the innocent
Yes.
people who got really nothing to do with this.
Yes.
Pray for the Christians in Iran because we know
Yes.
they're undercover and they're
Yes,
hiding because
yes.
they gotta stay alive and stuff like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Like pray for that. But this
Yes.
stuff gets solved as quickly as possible and it's done the way that God wants it
Yes,
to go.
yes, yes, yes.
The way that He wants it to go, not how I want it, how you want it, not how D wants it. It's just gotta be, God, let Your will be done. That's it. And you can't complain when God does it.
Amen to that. Amen for that. And very importantly, before we end this video, we have to pray for the leaders, right? Because these leaders are full of pride. It's pride. I'm not going to listen to him. I don't want to hear what Putin's got to say. I don't want to hear what Trump's got to say. I don't want to hear what the Ayatollah of Iran's got to say. And it becomes personal between them. And then hundreds of thousands of people are dying. Why? Because of the pride of the leaders. So anybody that's watching this video now, please pray for these leaders to have wisdom.
Yep.
Now, if you've got anything to say, put it in the comment section.
Yes,
if you
please.
disagree with us, or agree, we want to hear from you. But make it respectable, because YouTube will see you and you can get in trouble. So don't try it on this channel. It could be a problem for you. So put your comment in the comment section. Let us know what you're feeling, or any views you've got on how this can be solved. Anything that you've got to say regarding this so-called World War III, what might be happening soon. Just let us know, because you know what? We know you're watching.
We can see you right now.
Like, share, subscribe.
You better do it.